everybody, it's Rebecca here at Why Mermaids, and happy Vlogmas day number 14! Today's video is all about mixing books and Christmas. So today I'm going to be giving gifts to some of my favorite book characters, or it's the gifts that I would give these book characters if they were real and I had lots of money. So let's get going. The first one I'm going to do today is Mark Watney from The Martian. Now, if you have read The Martian or seen The Martian, then you know that Mark has to survive on lots and lots of potatoes. Lots of potatoes. So what I would give Mark is a potato cookbook, right? Am I right? I mean, it just feels perfect because he needs some new recipes for those potatoes. Next up, Hermione Granger is my homegirl. It's a fact. So I'm gonna give, of course I have gifts for Hermione and I have two for her. So the first thing I wanna give her is a personal library kit so she can like check people out, because we know how much Hermione loves the library and going to the library. So I feel like she would want to protect her books from other people, especially like when she has kids, and then Ron, she would probably want that. Also, I'm gonna give her an e-reader because homegirl reads a lot, and those books, I mean, they're not light, they're heavy, and she carries them around with her all the time, and yeah, she's got magic so she can make them light, but I feel like it'd be a lot easier for her if she just had an e-reader. Next up, I'm gonna give Bilbo Baggins a Fitbit. Not because he's fat or needs to exercise, but I think it'd be kind of cool for Bilbo to, you know, keep track of his daily steps and how much he slept. I feel like he'd really get a kick out of that. So, Bilbo gets a Fitbit. Jon Snow from the Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones series. Zippo makes this like lighter hand warmer thing. I found it online when I was searching for gifts for other people, and it keeps your hands warm for 15 hours. Now, if you know, Jon Snow lives in the north of Westeros, and it's like he's a Night's Watchman, and it's pretty cold there. He's dealing with White Walkers, and it's like when I watch the show and read the book, I'm cold just looking and thinking about it, so I wanted to keep him warm with some hand warmers. I decided that Peeta probably needs some help getting around, especially if once you've read the book series, then you'll know a little bit more about what I'm talking about that the movies don't have in there. So I'm gonna give Peeta a hoverboard, like one of the cool ones that all the kids have now that I really want and can't afford for myself. I'm gonna give Peeta one of those. Plus I just feel like he'd have a lot of fun with it, like twirling around and making Katniss chase him. I don't know. Sean from the Wolf and White Van book, which I read earlier this year and really loved, he is basically a big giant game maker with world building and all of that, so I figured I'd give him this Song of Ice and Fire book series because he would probably really appreciate that intricate detail and world building in there. And I'll give him the companion book too, The World of Ice and Fire, because, you know, then it has all the backstory. I feel like he'd really appreciate that. Holden from Catcher in the Rye, which I'm not a big fan of, has this big thing where he thinks people are being fake, and he, you know, lives in New York, and he's like, wah, 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 wah. So I'm gonna give him Humans of New York, the book that it was created. There's a blog about it. It's on Facebook too. It's called Humans of New York, and it's a guy who goes around and takes pictures of real people and tells their story. And I think Holden should read it and like look at these pictures of real people and see their truth. And I feel like he might appreciate life a little bit better, and people and humanity a little bit better, and maybe get out of his own head. And finally, Charlie from Perks of Being a Wallflower. I'm gonna give him an iPhone because he can put all of his favorite music on there, and I'll give him an iTunes Music or Spotify account as well, so he can load it up with all of his favorite songs, and then instead of writing letters, he can call people if he wants to, or text them and get on social media. I feel like Charlie he'd probably want that iPhone. Maybe he's too cool for it. I don't know. Well, anyway, let me know down in the comments below what you would give your favorite fictional characters for the Christmas or Hanukkah or the holidays, their birthdays, whatever you want. And let me know what you thought about this, and that's it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow.